Dark.
We need a countdown lady. We need a countdown lady in the back to count us down when we're going live. Now, we're live right now. We're live. It's people watching all over the world watching us live right now. This is At Ease with Pete. We are at ease.
You know,
with Pete.
Here, first of all, I've said this name to many people, and they never get it right away.
Of course, man.
And it's a very internal thing, right? Like at ease, because at ease feels like a military type of. I think of it two ways. It's like at ease, yeah. You know, all the soldiers stiffen up, or it's like at ease, like I'm just at ease, I'm chilling.
Well, a friend of mine, I told him he subscribed to the channel.
Hey,
and I think he better be subscribed.
Thank you
he
so
better
much.
Be subscribed. But anyway, he as soon as he read the name, he knew what it meant. He knew it was a play on words. So
really,
yeah, he knew exactly what it was.
Yeah,
but that's people don't know. People that don't know me don't know that E for short. That's right. That's who I am.
Right.
My name is Elijah, but everybody calls me E.
Scoot in a little closer to you there.
But yeah, I mean, we don't have many stories. Well, there are stories that have been going on this week and last week, but really, there's none that jumped out at us.
Yeah.
At least me, and according to him, same thing. Like nothing really jumped out at you.
Nothing new. It's just like the same type of
it's
stories.
The same stuff. Like new stuff is coming out on the
Activision all that
Blizzard.
Sort of stuff. Yep. So in the last show, we talked about the Activision, the accusations of sexual harassment, all that sort of stuff. So like obviously more information just keeps coming back out about that, and so it's not worth covering in the sense of like talking about it for a while, just because
everybody that does gaming news has covered this topic already. A lot better than we can.
Yeah.
So really,
that's it.
That's it, man.
So thank you so much.
I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah, because hopefully there's stuff that goes on in the world that we can actually talk about and discuss. But yeah, there hasn't been anything really, man. It's just
there's a few things. We got a few things. Let's not underrate us here, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Stick around because we have some things to talk about. But hey, look, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch this, first 2 minutes and you're like, all right, these guys are half decent, give us a like, leave a comment, let us know. Even if you think we suck, man, just tell us how we suck or what we can do better.
Tell us how we can improve.
Yep.
Tell us what I can do to make the visual look better.
Yes.
Because
tips and tricks, man.
I am really not happy with the way things are turning out. I don't have much space. The space I have, I need to work with it. I need to just figure out how to make it work.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think it's pretty cool still. He's a harsh critic to himself. I think this is pretty cool. All right, so here's the first thing, man.
All right.
The first thing was that IGN actually had reported the like a top 10 sort of list on some of the most iconic Xbox exclusive games. Mm-hmm. And so I figured let's just like work our way through that list quick.
Xbox exclusive or console exclusives?
Xbox exclusive. Wait, what do you mean console exclusive?
Like, for instance, PlayStation has their exclusives that only you
just
can get
Xbox.
on PlayStation. Okay.
Yeah, right. Just Xbox. So the top 10 list, and I don't know, the thing is, you play a lot of games. I get hooked on one game, and then I play it till it's freaking so dead, and nobody plays it anymore. You are pretty good at switching it up, trying new things, right? So the first game on the list, number 10, comes in Geometry Wars. Have you ever heard of this?
Yes,
Geometry Wars.
I've played Geometry Wars.
Xbox 360, all right?
Yes, so, that was a 360 game, it's really hard.
Yeah. I remember you playing it because it's very retro, neon, like bright colors, like that. Just reminded me.
It just pretty much avoid. It's like the old Atari game,
Galaga.
No, I don't think it's Galaga. I think it's
Space Force.
Wow, what am I? Asteroids. It's kind of like that, but it's a whole bunch of asteroids coming at you all at once.
Right, and they're not
constantly, and it's just you have to shoot and run
pretty much
or drive
the whole time.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Number 9 is Dead Rising. Okay, Dead Rising, which I believe is a zombie game. You know what game I love for the Xbox 360? Left 4 Dead. Okay. I loved Left 4 Dead. Did you play any of those?
Yeah, I played it, but it sucked.
Oh, okay.
It sucked. No, hold on. Let me rephrase. Let me explain why I say that. because that's not a game you should play by yourself. At least me, I played it on PC and I played it with 4 people, and that way is fun.
Yeah. Playing
Playing it by yourself sucks.
Yeah.
It was terrible if you play by yourself.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yep.
But when I played with some of my friends online, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
especially on the harder modes, like if you play 4-player and everybody kind of has a different role.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun. So Left 4 Dead, check that one out. That's an oldie but goodie. Sea of Thieves, I never heard of. Sea of Thieves? Any ring a bell to you at all?
Yeah, it's a pirate. You gotta try to take people's gold and
loot. Give me the loot.
Something like that.
All
I
right.
don't know, man.
We'll burn past that one then. Sea of Thieves. Number 7 is Knights of the Old Republic, which is a Star Wars game. We have our uncle Josh and our cousin Matthew. Probably 2 of the biggest Star Wars fans I know, and I'm a pretty big Star Wars fans, but I would say they go harder than I do. But Knights of the Old Republic is a big one that they love, that they want that to be a movie. Like, they think the story in that is like...
I don't think that should be a movie. I think it should be a TV show.
A TV show?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go with that.
I've seen some of the cutscenes of this game, and they're fantastic. Like, I haven't even played the game, but I'll go on YouTube sometimes and just watch some of the not cutscenes. What am I thinking? What's the name?
Like the gameplay or the
gameplay scenes?
Because there's cutscenes, which is the cinematic where they talk through.
Those,
okay, the cutscenes. All right.
And the storytelling is amazing, and just to see Jedi in like the old Republic, like it's just everything feels like old, and like there was just this different level of like respect for the Jedi. People feared them because they were like the authority in the galaxy, whereas when we find them in most of the newer Star Wars movies, typically they're like fighting the bigger and better bad guys. So tis what it tis.
Yeah.
Number 6, Ori and the Blind Forest.
That's a good game.
Yeah,
both of them. Ori 1 and 2. Or is Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori Will of the Wisp. If you haven't played any of those games, do yourself a favor. Stop watching this show.
Yeah, please.
And go play those games.
Yeah.
If you like Metroidvania type games, those are 2 games that you should definitely try out.
What does that mean? Like
Metroidvania
what
is,
like style type? What, like
Metroidvania is one big map, one big section area. And you have to constantly go from one place, and then you have to go back to another place that you couldn't access before you get this power, and now you can do a double jump. Okay. And you can get to that area. Right. So it's one big map.
Yep.
And you're constantly upgrading your skills to get to the next area.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's Metroidvania type. Yeah.
And the same is true of Ori.
Yes.
It looks, I mean, the artwork on that is really cool.
The artwork, I'm a big fan of video game music. If you want to grab me to buy a game, throw out a trailer that has great music, and I'm most likely gonna buy the game.
Yeah, that's huge, man. That's underrated.
Huge. That's huge for me.
Wow.
Music and video games will just grab me. A game called Dark Souls.
I've watched you stream it a lot.
The only time they play music is during a boss fight. And it's the most epic music that you will ever hear in a video game. And that right there it just makes, when you don't have music throughout the whole game and you just have it at a certain spot, that makes it more, what's the word I'm looking for? Epic.
Yeah, memorable, freaking just like you can't even.
You're waiting to get to the next boss so you can hear the next piece of music they have in store. It's great. But anyway,
other than the game that you said when you play it, it's like a musical, and they sing. What is that called?
Oh, it's called.
It's like singing what's happening in real time.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm sure somebody is watching who might know about it.
Man, why did I? Songs for a Hero. That's what it's called.
Yeah, you streamed that a couple times.
That's a game. It's very unique. I don't think it's ever been done before. But the main character sings along to whatever's going on in the game. So if you're constantly dying, he's going to sing about you constantly dying in the game. Yeah. He's singing about the different monsters that are appearing on screen. Yep. It's a musical in video game form.
Yeah. Like he'll be like, oh, no, we're going to walk through the door. And
you know what
I mean? Like, it's just like almost as if he's narrating.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. It's a great game.
All right, cool. So number 6, just to recap, number 6 was Ori and the Blind Forest. Comes highly recommended. Number 5 is Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Oh man,
Elder Scrolls Oblivion. You.
Now, that was a time exclusive. That you can get on PlayStation. But that was a game.
It was exclusive only for X amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So let me tell you a story real quick.
Oblivion. I just remember the game. I can picture the case. It was like a special game. Like
it was really special. And shout outs to John Melendez, who recommended that game while I was working at Walmart. Okay, and I was new to the Xbox.
Yep.
I had never played an Elder Scrolls game in my life. And he said, buy this game. So I bought it, and I played it. And the first maybe 10 minutes, I was like, this game sucks, man. I hate this game, man. What the hell? I never played a game like this. It's in medieval times.
Right.
I never played a game like this before, and I was like, this game sucks. So I turned it off. Went back to it, and it cost me my job. My mother had never been worried about me playing video games. Never in my life. As a gamer, has she ever said, "Bebe, are you okay?"
Yeah, baby.
Yes. But that game, once I got out of the sewer and the open world was presented to me, that was it.
Yeah.
I would wake up before work to play this game. Yeah. And I wouldn't even call I wouldn't even call my job to say I was calling off. Yeah. I would just not go.
They're waiting for you at your job and just.
It pretty much, yes. Pretty much. That's how it was. That game, that's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And Skyrim is a game that is part of the Elder Scrolls series.
Right.
But I like Oblivion a lot more than Skyrim.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, Skyrim was another. So, was Skyrim like the next game after Oblivion?
Yeah, it was Elder Scrolls 4 and Elder Scrolls 5.
Okay.
Yes.
So then let me ask you this, because this is something I struggle with as a mild gamer. Mm-hmm. Do you struggle to jump into games at, whatever? What is this?
Open world?
This is Elder Scrolls what, 4?
This is the stories don't really have anything to do with one another.
But the thing is that just the fact that it has that numerical value there, that's not number one. I always feel the tension of I want to start with the first one.
No, I understand. A lot of people are like that.
Like I can't jump in. Like if somebody said, "Yo, play Halo 3, play whatever," like I just can't until I start with number one.
And the good thing here's the
so
thing. Here's
like,
one really good thing about YouTube. There's a lot of great content creators out there that'll take the story from a game and they'll narrate it and they'll tell the story beautifully.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is just sit back and watch an hour or a 2-hour video that they put out. Just listen to it. But some of these content creators are amazing at just so you don't have to sit down and spend hours upon hours playing a game. They'll just tell you the story.
Like us.
They'll tell you the story.
Amazing like us.
Oh yeah. They'll just tell you the story of where you end up.
Yeah.
And then you can just start with 3 or start with 4.
I've never processed just like looking up the story. Like they do like, hey, this whole game in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And you just listen. Yeah. So that's number 5, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That was just a classic. I remember watching, at some point I've seen you play that.
Cuphead has to be on this list. I haven't seen the list, but
this is a surprise list for E. I went through it very quickly. I couldn't tell you.
If Cuphead's not on this list, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh, now I feel pressure. I don't know why I feel pressure. It's just all right. So IGN is the one who released this list, as I stated before. But anyways, let's keep it moving. That was number 5 at Elder Scrolls. The next one is Gears of War.
Oh man,
Gears of War. Yeah,
I played the first one, loved it. Played the second one, loved it, and then it just started getting repetitive to me.
Yeah, all I remember from Gears of War is everybody was just mad brolic, and they had those chainsaw guns.
Yeah, that was the main thing. That chainsaw gun. That's what sold it for me. Like a gun that had a chainsaw attached to it.
It was pretty sick.
It was pretty sick, man.
I played it a couple times. I don't remember much about it, but I remember I played it for the Xbox 360. All right, so number 4, Gears of War. Number 3, Fable. Ooh, number 3 is Fable. Fable was a game. I remember Fable. Fable
Cuphead's not on this list. I already know.
How do you know?
Because come on now, I don't think it's gonna be 2, and it damn sure ain't gonna be 1. So
Listen, Fable was a game in which you got to. It was one of those games where you actually got to decide. You make decisions throughout the game, and it determines what kind of character you become. So you can become the evil person. You could become the hero. You could become like a mage.
See, that's a game I never played.
Yeah, so it was a great game. So it was one of the earlier games that were kind of like that in general. So
this is 360.
This is 360.
Okay, so Cuphead definitely not going to be on this list.
Well, no, it's Xbox in general.
Okay.
Xbox exclusives.
All right, okay.
360, Xbox, and also Xbox One.
All right.
So it still may not be on. But I thought Fable was a great game. I tend to like games that are more, fantasy driven? Fantasy, Breath of the Wild, all those sorts of things. Like, I don't know why. Or sci-fi. Like, very sci-fi, very futuristic, or some sort of fantasy. Anything that's too, like I don't know, real. Like, I've never been into the whole, like, Grand Theft Auto or, like, real-time games where it's just, like, normal cars and normal, like, I don't know. I just don't have a draw to it. So, number 3 is Fable. Number 2, wow, Forza Horizon.
Oh, man. I'm tired of those racing games, man.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe it just did crazy sales. That's why it's on the list.
I mean, it's a good game for people that like racing games, man. Just give me Mario Kart. That's the only racing game I like to play. That's it. You can take Gran Turismo. You can take Forza. You can take all that. I don't want it. Just give me a Mario Kart or a Crash Team Racing, something like that. But yeah, I'm not Mario just Kart. like he said, he's not into the realistic video games when it comes to like Grand Theft Auto and stuff. I'm not into real racing. If I'm gonna race, I want banana peels. Yeah. I want red turtle shells.
Unless we're talking PlayStation and it's Twisted Metal.
Oh, see, nah.
But that's not really racing.
That's not a racing game. That's just a battle royale type of You
fight.
All right.
Well, this should go without question because there's one game on here that we have not said, and it is the king of Xbox games. It is their. Man,
that's their bread and butter.
It's the bread and butter game. It is the tip of the sword. It is everything. It represents Xbox.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, Halo Combat Evolved. Holy shnikes.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. We could live on this for like a long time, but Halo Combat Evolved was it. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it is the game because you have to consider it not only was an amazing game, it not only was very great storytelling at the time, but it brought people together. I mean, how many times did you have like System Link, 7 boxes of pizza?
System Link, for you young people that are watching this, System Link was something we had to do back in the day. To play with more than one console. There was no Xbox Live. There was no PlayStation Online. There was no Nintendo Network. None of that stuff. There was nothing like that. If you wanted to play with more than 4 players on a console, you had to use other consoles. So me and my friends would get together almost every night during high school. Get together. And just hours upon hours of multiplayer Halo. 4 consoles, 4 different TVs, 2 teams.
All in like a relatively not super big, small townhouse apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
nothing big.
Like you're talking about like a hallway and like 4 separate rooms or 3 separate rooms and just cables that are connecting to all of them.
Yes, those were the days those were the days for me in high school, man. I mean, I wasn't chasing girls. I was playing Halo. I wanted to be the best Halo player.
Right. The only ring that you were thinking about was the Halo ring.
Yeah. Yes. And now I got this ring, right?
Yeah,
here.
now we both have these rings. We thought that it would just be us and the Halo ring forever. And then at one point or another,
but man, Halo is one of those games that it shapes gaming for the future.
Culture.
Culture, man. Right. It revolutionized gaming.
Yeah, but why?
It was a real good first person shooter.
Right.
I don't remember what first person shooters were out back in those days. But the Xbox had just came out.
Yes.
There was the console wars was Sega Dreamcast, which was the last Sega console. It was the PlayStation 2.
Yep.
and it was the Xbox. Those were the consoles that were competing against each other.
Wow, so Dreamcast was in that same lineup? Like,
yeah.
I didn't realize Dreamcast was that late.
Yep.
Wow. For some reason,
man.
Dreamcast is like an older console, and Sega doesn't make anything anymore.
No, they just sell their IPs.
games.
That's it.
Which are games?
Yeah.
Okay. Like licenses and stuff. Yeah. There was something so nostalgic when you put in like an old Sonic game. Sega.
You don't get that anymore. You don't get that anymore on the Dreamcast.
Sega.
Man. That's one of the best consoles of all time too.
Dreamcast?
Sega Dreamcast. Yeah.
I remember the little like screen memory card things that
Yeah.
comes in the middle and like
That was the first console that had online capability too. Wow. I don't know, man. I remember Sega Channel. You remember Sega Channel? You have all these streaming services now. You can like Xbox has Game Pass.
Yep.
PlayStation has PlayStation on what is it? I forget the name that PlayStation has. But Sega has something called Sega Channel, and they would rotate games every month. I think it was. I didn't have it because I'm Puerto Rican. We couldn't afford that.
Exactly.
So I went to my white friend's house, and he had all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey
Billy, can I come over?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I just I pick me up.
It's true, man.
Go to the house.
It's true.
Sega Channel.
Yep.
So
what? You could stream games.
it was
could play
it was
the game
just
of the
you
month?
see it. It was a whole list of games you can play. So Sega was ahead of his time, man. Seriously.
We should do a video. We should do a video of like top 3 consoles and like why, or maybe we each choose like 3 and we argue why.
What consoles have you not played?
Have I not played?
Oh, okay. That's a shorter list. Is what consoles have you played?
Have you played SNES?
Okay.
Actually, the NES, first NES,
All right.
SNES, and then I would say the biggest next leap was then N64.
Okay.
Played. I don't recall Dreamcast games. Like there was one golfing game that there was like it was like golfing or something that I remember you and my brother played.
Okay.
I don't know what it was called. But I think then my next thing after that was PlayStation, which is where I remember like Jet Moto.
All right.
And those sorts of games.
Yeah.
And then Xbox. And then ever since from there, I was kind of like an Xbox kid.
All right.
So, but a fair amount of consoles. I just haven't like played a ton of games on each of the consoles. But for me, GameCube. That to me, when I think of the console that I lived in the most.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is how I talk now.
Okay. All right. The
Barcelona.
The GameCube.
The GameCube. Like I specifically remember being in middle school and like just jetting home to play like Peter Jackson's King Kong or like I don't know, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, random like GameCube games. That there's just something about that console that I was just like I loved.
What's a good console?
I love playing. There was a Kids Next Door game, which was like a Cartoon Network show. That
I traded. I think it was a pair of sneakers for my GameCube.
I still have my GameCube.
I still have I think I have 2 of them.
Okay. I still have. Do you have any controllers? I'll buy some off you.
I don't know if I do. I might.
I bought
don't
4
know.
controllers wireless from
Okay.
like some China
And they're not
type
good?
of thing, and they work, but they're not very quick, like
Okay.
snappy,
Yeah.
and you just can't replace like a wired controller.
Alright.
It's just impossible, especially for a more analog console like that. But yeah, that was the top 10. You're right. Cuphead was not on there. I played Cuphead for the first time.
Yeah. Tell people how you experienced Cuphead for the first time.
The first
man.
time was 2 weeks ago now, 2
Yeah.
weekends.
Yeah.
And E was just like, yo, you got to play this game. I said, like, we just were looking to burn some time. And so we recommended Cuphead. And the first thing was that you quickly fall in love with the artwork. The artwork is like, they just did such a good job through and through. Like, it really feels old. Like, it feels like old cartoons, and I don't even know how to describe it, but it really like instantly sucks you into that world.
If you don't have a console and you want to know what the art style is like, Netflix is doing a series
right, yeah,
of Cuphead. So check out Netflix series. The Cuphead series is coming out. I don't know when, but check that out because they're going to use the same art style they use in the game.
That is so cool.
1920s art style
Right.
For cartoon. It's great.
Like
It's
right
just
when you
great.
start the game, there's just like the song and like
Yeah.
you just it sucks you in right away.
Yeah.
The second thing I noted was that it's almost like Super Mario World, where you are moving around and then you choose a level to jump into, right? So that's kind of similar if you've played the SNES Super Mario World. The last thing I would say that it's worth noting is that it's freaking hard.
It's really
It
hard.
is really hard. Like the bosses in Cuphead, I kept hearing that lady laugh or crying on the way home. You know the part where she's like, ah! Like she's crying and you have to like attack, or maybe she's laughing.
It was you're talking about the
Where the tears, where you have to like,
oh yeah, you're talking about the onion, the carrot.
onion.
Yeah, okay.
The onion character.
Because there's that one, and then there's the flying one where the lady is
laughing.
Yeah, she's laughing.
I think I heard both.
Okay.
But anyway, I went to bed that night and I was just like hearing Cuphead in my mind, and it's a fantastic game.
It's a
And
great
actually, I
game.
would like to pick up at some point when we hang out and pick up and play again because, yeah. But it's really freaking hard.
It's really hard, and
It took me a long time to even.
We
just
played.
get-
We played together. We played this 2-player mode. We played
Yeah.
together, and I've beaten the game several times. I beat it on the hardest difficulty, but when we played, I didn't want to have him die and just me complete the the stage.
Yeah.
It's pointless. He could die within 2 seconds, and I'll finish the stage, and he didn't even get to play. So
What was the rule you came
we
up with?
wanted to get through the stage together.
Right.
Or if I died, he would have to do it alone. So if I
Yes.
died in the middle of a boss fight, he would have to complete it by himself because he hasn't experienced yet
It was
the
terrible.
world of Cuphead. So
It was terrible. There's some
wanna
parts
ask
where like we were so close, but you die, and you're like, keep going. It's just like so much pressure.
yeah, man, it's,
The,
it's
the
a
coin
great
machine,
game. It's
the lottery where it's
yeah,
shooting
the
stuff
two
at you.
frogs.
Oh my
Yeah, the
goodness.
two frogs. Yep.
Freaking
And that was just the first world, man.
Screw-
That was just the first world.
screw that game,
Oh,
man.
man, I
It's a
love that
lot of
game.
fun though.
I love that game.
So
That's the list.
that was the list. That was the
That's
end
the
of what I
list.
was talking about, right? I
So let's talk about some games that they left off that list.
yeah.
We just did. We talked about it.
Cuphead.
Cuphead.
What else? Brute Force.
Brute Force, man. That was it.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Time Splitters 2.
Time Splitters.
I always go back to this Chicago stage. It's I'm a big fan of the 1920s.
Yeah.
I love that
Roaring
time
20s.
period. I love that time period. If I go back in a time machine, I would go back to the 1920s.
Really?
I would love to see
Have you ever watched
nightclubs, Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire, but also the one with DiCaprio that he plays the main dude? I forget it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like the main.
You're talking
It's
about
Damn it!
man. Is it the Aviator?
No, it's not the Aviator. It's one where he's like
Where
plays.
he's running from the
No, it's not the Aviator. He's kind of like the. It's in the roar. It's like in the 20s. It's like
Is it
I'll
a horror
find it.
movie?
No, I'll find it. You'll be like, oh damn, what? Just keep talking.
Okay. So anyway, there was a stage called it was a Chicago stage. And that stage has really great music. I love Time Splitters. I enjoyed that game. And when I got to that stage, I just kept playing it over and over and over again because those were the times where you just couldn't go on YouTube and find a soundtrack from a video game.
Great
So,
Gatsby.
Great Gatsby.
That's
Let's
the era.
yeah. Let me
that's
talk.
a little bit
Let me
of-
tell you something about Great Gatsby.
All right.
All right.
Passionate. Let me tell you, mother.
Now I'm gonna
something.
try not to swear during this segment, but it's
if
gonna be
one-
hard for
But if
me
one slips,
because you have a 1920s, the Roaring 20s, Great
Roaring.
Gatsby.
Yeah.
All right.
this is like Depression.
Great Depression,
Yep.
all that. Tobey Maguire.
Yep.
It's beautifully shot movie. The
Yeah.
colors it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It captured that time well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about music and video games, and you put a Jay-Z soundtrack in this movie. Why?
Yep.
You use Jay-Z to use that to put in this movie.
It was "No Church in the Wild" was the song, I think.
Oh,
It was the.
I think they use more than that though. I think they use more of
Yeah?
his song. Yeah, because I think he did the whole soundtrack.
Great. Gatsby.
Ridiculous.
Great.
Ridiculous, man. That just took me out of the movie, man. Took me out of the movie.
We've talked about that as the how at large like games and movies,
just-
especially movie
They
trailers.
keep using hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see King Kong fighting Godzilla and Lil Wayne's playing in the background. I don't want to hear that shit. Come on, man. It's garbage.
True. It's true. Look, the soundtrack is all like
It's all Jay-Z, right?
Beyonce, Andre 3000, Will I Am, Fergie.
No, thank you.
Lana.
No, thank you.
Lana Del Rey did the Would you still love me if I'm no longer young and beautiful?
Oh, speaking of that time period,
just ignore what I said.
But that made me think of postmodern jukebox. They take the music that comes out nowadays, like the Lil Waynes, the Lady Gagas and stuff, and they make it 1920s version.
Postmodern jukebox is what?
That's the name of the company that does these. They take one of the songs, like say a Jay-Z. It's a Hard Knock Life, right? They'll put it in 1920s form. So they'll have.
But are they a YouTube channel?
It's a YouTube channel.
Okay, so they just take new songs and make them sound old almost.
Yes, but they do everything. Like they have like the new singer.
Yeah,
check it out. Postmodern jukebox.
Postmodern jukebox.
I'm telling you, Peter is he'll after the show he'll look it up and be like, oh man, that's fantastic.
Because there's pull one up quick, just like a clip.
I should, but it's definitely gonna be copyrighted.
All right. Well,
I mean,
play. Yeah, we're not even allowed. Play 10 seconds.
So yeah, this is one of those. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and while I'm pulling this up, why don't you talk about the. Yeah, man. What can we talk about while I'm pulling this? Anyway, while I'm thinking this, I'm wasting time. You just talk about whatever, man.
Yeah, man. So hey, guys, life is hard. And with that, we'd like to.
You know what? Why don't you tell people about
what
your latest venture?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Your latest venture and moving on from your, the company life and starting your own business.
That's cool. So
you have 10 seconds.
In a nutshell, that's it. We're done. In a nutshell, I used to work at. So real quick, you can find. Real quick, you can find E. Of course, always on Treading Lightly on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. That's sort of his thing. My thing is my design business, Pete Design Company, but I also run a YouTube channel called The Pete Perspective, where we talk about branding, design, creative stuff. And then we do this together, Tread Media, and this is the show At Ease with Pete, so it's a lot of fun. But anyway, going back to the design stuff, I was working at an agency and now working for myself, which is awesome, and have been able to make do. Pay the bills,
man.
And my family's eating, and my wife is a stay-at-home mom. So it's tough, man. It's not like
killing it, man.
I don't give myself enough credit sometimes. I just focus on the next thing. I focus on, what needs to be done, and sometimes it's important to stop and look at how far you've come and just be grateful for that.
Yeah, man. It's
we don't do that enough, man.
It's incredible, man. It's incredible what you've been able to build in this short time, man. Yeah. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to play this. Mad World.
All right.
Now, this is one of the regular singers they have on here.
He looks so familiar to me. I don't know why.
He's a clown.
No,
Clowns are everywhere, man.
Yeah, I know. It's probably true. All right.
Postmodern Jukebox.
All around me are familiar faces.
This is probably a bad example because this is already a song that's sad.
Faces, bright and early for their daily races.
Daily racists.
Going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression. No
I think he was on American Idol or something.
He probably was because the girl that's about to come on was on, I think, American Idol.
Okay. He was definitely on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
So, Puddles. Dang, her voice is like...
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
It's exactly like that style. Yeah, so that's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Let me
Postmodern. Listen, we're just playing this for one reason: it's to promote you and to
Postmodern Jukebox. I don't know what.
I used to love playing Creep on Guitar Hero. or Rock
Guitar
Band.
Hero. That was a good. That was
Rock
a good one
Band,
too,
bro.
Man.
So
anyway, yeah, this
special.
So basically, that's what they do. They take music that's out nowadays and they'll turn it into 1920s.
Amazing.
Yeah,
And look
it's
at the subscriptions. Look at the like,
Yup.
counts. It's amazing, man. People are awesome.
96 million views.
Woo! But look, 18,000 dislikes. Isn't that crazy? But look,
Yeah, it's
1.2 million likes.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
like,
man.
excuse me, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so go check them out.
Go check them out.
One of the other things that we wanted to talk about while we have your attention, please, is
The Venom trailer
the Venom trailer.
just came
The
out.
Venom trailer just came out.
We haven't watched it. I haven't watched it.
Did you like Venom?
I did like it.
Your voice each time goes like, I did.
I did like it.
I did.
But Venom's one of those characters. Venom is one of those characters he's not a joke character.
Yeah.
He's not a comedy relief character.
Yeah.
He's a anti-hero,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not to be messed with.
Right.
He's a rated R character. That's what he is.
Was Venom rated R?
No.
Right?
No, I don't think it was. No, it wasn't.
They
It
could
wasn't.
have. They could have gone a little
Yeah,
further.
I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah, me too.
He's a great actor. But man, they took this Venom thing, and now it's Carnage.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch the trailer.
And we're gonna watch.
We're gonna watch the trailer right here with you guys. React, all the things. On the other hand, I mean, I thought the first movie was good. Like, it was entertaining. I watched it. I don't know, like, if I would ever watch it again or liked it. I mean, it's the best depiction of Venom to me that has ever been. I think, like, the most accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And the graphics and stuff, like, they're doing a good job. At
Oh
all
yeah,
that stuff.
it was definitely better than Spider-Man 3
Yes,
Venom.
right.
Yeah.
So, but I just think, like, the storytelling, like, lacked some depth. It never, like, got as, there was nothing, like, substantial or beefy or deep in the first movie. So hopefully, and then Woody Allen as Carnage,
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson as
Woody Allen is the director
of
the
of
Jewish
that.
director.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
not,
No, not him. I don't know, like, I just don't view him as, like, a super villain. Maybe it'll change my mind. I don't know.
He's a great actor.
I like him.
But,
We'll see.
What have you liked him in?
I liked him in the zombie movies.
Okay, all right.
Why?
No, because sometimes people say, "Yo, I liked him," and I like him as an actor. But then when I ask people,
No.
what do you like him in?
What are they called? The zombie ones?
Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Yeah.
I thought
He was good in that. He was good in that. True Detective. If you haven't seen season 1 of True Detective, go watch that.
True
man.
Detective.
Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
It's a great series on HBO. Go check it out. All right, so let's check out this trailer real quick. And I already know just by seeing this right here, there's going to be a trailer before the trailer, which I think is the dumbest thing you can do.
It's BS.
Just show us the damn trailer.
I agree.
Don't show me the trailer before the trailer.
Right. Literally, the definition of a freaking trailer is so that it's previewing the movie.
It's stupid.
It's like bunch, dun. Now starting the trailer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like when people on YouTube say, "This is what I'm going to talk about."
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that.
So hey guys,
Today we're gonna talk about this, and this, and then this, and then we're gonna sprinkle it off with a little bit of this. 20 minutes later, that's when the intro. Really? Come on, man. Nah, I'm just messing with it because he does that. So I mess with him
hit the
about
wrong
that.
sound
Yeah.
I was going for
All
the
right.
bump.
All right, so
All
let's
right,
check
we're
out the
reacting.
trailer.
Here we go.
Starts now.
No.
Is this the right one? No,
Yeah.
I don't think it is. No, it's not. Hold on. Yeah, it's not the right one.
Oh yeah, it's May 10th, bro. What
Yeah,
the
hold
heck?
on.
You had like one option. It was the first
Thing is,
one.
I don't like to watch the trailer from a different site. If Sony puts out the trailer, I want to watch Sony's trailer of it. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch IGN's.
Put IGN's.
Oh, right here it is. Right here it is. Yeah, right here.
Oh
8
my
hours ago.
gosh.
In this world is carnage.
Okay, here we go. The trailer.
Is
The
carnage.
pre-trailer trailer. Starts now. Damn, son.
We should be out there snacking on bad guys. I am a predator. I need to be free.
You have got to get control of your aggression, or you will get hauled off into Area 51. You live in my body. You live by my rules.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please let me fix it so I can play it again. You are a loser.
What the hell is that, man?
I don't know, man.
Playing high five?
I really don't even want to watch this anymore. Like, I don't even want to finish watching the trailer.
Love serial killers. Please, why me? What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
Woody Allen, man.
I have tasted blood before, and that is not it. All I ever wanted in this world is carnage.
So Woody Allen bites him.
Woody Harrelson.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Woody Harrelson bites him before, like when he's normal.
And he has the Venom blood. That's how it is.
Come out right now. I will let you eat everybody.
Promise.
I promise.
Oh yeah.
Betty, you feel like home to me. Like family.
You could just say I'm happy for you.
That was going to be us.
I am happy for you.
No.
God, I'm so sorry.
Not sorry.
These two need some serious couples counseling.
Thank you. She read my mind.
No,
man.
they're ignorant.
That's
That's ignorant.
Just-
Wow.
Move this man.
All of it. All of it. Wow, I did not mean to do that.
I did it.
I was like, wait, I'm pressing a bunch of stuff. Wow.
I have no interest. I don't, because I'm going to watch it. I'm
Yeah.
going to watch it.
Well, Woody Allen. No, I'm just
It's just, it just looks like it's comedy, man. It's just too much comedy in
it
these
just
damn
feels
movies, man.
soft. It feels like soft, and it feels like there's probably going to be a surface level story, and
And it's not going to be rated R like it should be.
it's not going to be rated R. And also, Woody Harrelson bites Tom Hardy as like a normal dude. Like he's just some prisoner that bites him.
Yeah.
Like he's not a vampire. He's just a weirdo. He's like just grabs his arm.
He's a serial killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even if like he just has his arm
I don't know
there.
how it happened in the comic books. I think it was Eddie Brock's blood that he was infected with.
Notice how his hand was in the thing and there was no.
I think he grabbed him from within the bars of the cage.
Yeah, but you would have seen.
I don't know, man.
If somebody grabbed my hand, I'm gonna be like shaking and freaking out.
I don't.
He was just like.
It just doesn't seem interesting. Here's the thing: the trailers have been trash for movies. From at least my thoughts of the trailers that have been put out lately, I'm not interested. Like it just puts me off to the movies. I don't want to watch them. But those are just trailers. That movies could end up being really good. For instance, the Suicide Squad trailer.
Yep.
Suicide Squad comes out this week.
Yep.
And for me, the trailers have been garbage.
Yeah.
But I will go watch them. I'm going to watch the movie this weekend. So
Where?
At the theater, at the Cateria.
Cateria.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so-
What are you going with?
Probably just Rick. And
I'm busy this weekend.
we're going on Friday, so.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So
Fair enough.
I watched these trailers, and you can't go off the trailer. You have to go with the actual movie.
It's worth watching, and that's coming out on HBO Max too.
It is.
So you could technically watch that for free.
Yeah,
But
but
you're
you know,
gonna-
it's a movie that I think should be watched in the theater.
Right. There might be a better chance of you enjoying it if you experience it in the theater.
If the reviews came out and they were bad,
Are they bad? They're pretty good, right?
no, here's what I'm getting at. If the reviews came out and they were bad, I
Yeah.
would have said, you know what, I'll just watch it on HBO Max.
Right.
But the reviews, it's a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, as of this morning, anyway.
Yep. Yeah.
So
1 day ago, the Suicide Squad is currently certified fresh with a Rotten Tomato score of 96%.
96.
Yep. The
So-
highest. Here's a fun fact. This is the highest Rotten Tomatoes given to any DCEU film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's DC. I mean, that's not saying much. The DCEU movies have been kind of trash.
Okay. So here's a question. If the Snyder Cut was released as actual Justice League, did that get a better review?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Than
Yeah, I
this?
think so. And maybe not. Maybe not that.
Because 96 is high.
That's a high.
That's a
That's
high
high.
score. That's a high score.
But yeah, a lot of
Would've
people are
been
saying
better.
this is top 5 comic book movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like someone else who had said it was like a little bit of a hodgepodge of a bunch of different superheroes and stories thrown together in one, but also James Gunn is good at that because if you think about
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
there's a lot of heroes on that team, so he has to give a little bit of insight as to like if you're going to 7 different people part of the team or whatever that number is. Throughout the movie, you have to show a little bit about Drax, a little bit about Groot, a little bit about just enough that people can buy into those heroes and resonate with them. So
Yeah, and there's a lot of characters that he's going to be using in this that you've never heard of before.
yeah, Shark Boy is in it. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I think it's like Captain Shark or something
Captain
like that.
Crunch.
Something like that. I don't even know.
Captain Crunch.
Starfish
I'll watch
Man, big ass starfish.
Yeah.
John Cena.
He
And
plays.
actually, you're not a fan of John Cena, right?
I like him and respect him. Like I don't have any beef with him. I just by and large like this stuff. I don't know. He hasn't made anything that I was like,
Okay.
but
But I keep hearing his performance in this movie is really good.
he's getting a show. Did you know this? HBO Max is doing a spin-off show,
Of his character?
a 7-part series, a 6 or 7 of his character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know
So I saw that on E News the other day or whatever. So apparently, yeah, E News.
Right here,
that's
baby.
that's what we should have called the show.
At ease with
E
Pete, baby.
News. No, that's cool. I'll probably watch it on HBO Max. I got my password from my brother.
Okay.
My brother lent me his password.
All right.
So I'll probably check it out. One of the other things I want to show or talk about was this Amazon's Lord of the Rings series. It just dropped. The news about it just dropped, I should say. But Amazon is releasing a Lord of the Rings series. This has been in the talks for a very, very long time, and supposedly is going to be one of the highest budget like series of all time, even higher than Game of Thrones, which, as we know, Game of Thrones had, I think, currently still is the highest budget for any show, which makes sense. If you
I
think
haven't watched it. Have you seen
I have
Game of
not
Thrones?
seen it. No, I have not seen it. But what makes sense is that you figure a movie costs whatever X amount of $1 million.
200 plus million nowadays, man.
So you take that, and that's what 2.5 hours, maybe 3
Hold
hours.
on that thought right there on this topic, you got a movie Joker, which they spent 70 million on that movie. It made over $1 billion. Okay, you don't need a huge budget for these movies, man. They keep throwing money at these movies, and you don't need a huge budget to make a lot of money.
You need storytelling.
Storytelling is
and
important.
Drama and things that people are like, not drama, and like actual dramatic.
70 million.
70 mil.
70 million. They made $1 billion.
Like
I-
100 million is like
This was a movie, and I'm sorry, we're going off this topic right now. The Joker was a movie that I saw kids going to see with their parents.
Yeah.
That's not a kid's movie. Joker's not a kid's movie.
No, it's not, bro.
It's not.
I saw it twice in theaters. How many times you see
I
it?
saw it, I think, either 3 or 4 times I saw it in theaters.
Wow.
Every time I ran into somebody, one of my friends who didn't see the movie and it was still in theaters, I'll say, all right, let's go watch it tonight. Let's go watch it today. Let's go watch it.
Bro,
And I would go watch it again.
we talked about Joker even on your stream.
Yeah,
on
on
Treading
my couch
Lightly.
talk, yeah.
We talked about it for a long time. I mean, like there was just so many layers to it because there was the whole comic book aspect of it, right? There was the whole fact that it has almost not comic book aspect, like their approach.
You forget that you're watching a comic book movie. Joker's a comic book character.
Yeah.
That's how these movies, I love those type of movies that they make you forget you're watching a comic book movie.
Right.
This is a comic book movie you're watching right now.
Yeah, and it opened up we started talking about mental health. We were talking about, is it appropriate for kids to even be in the theaters? Like there's so much conversation that came out of that one movie that we talked about on his channel, Treading Lightly, check him out. That it was just, it was a blast. I loved watching it. I loved my favorite part about all of it was going home, watching it, coming right back here, sitting on the couch, and just talking about it. All the spoilers. And
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yes. And we plan on doing that too, man. Like we're gonna watch movies and we're gonna come back to you with reviews and just
And we're gonna give you our honest thoughts about these movies too.
We'll let you know for spoilers. We'll definitely give y'all a warning.
Yeah.
But
all right, I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of these companies a lot of these studios, big budget for these movies, and sometimes it's just less is more, man. You don't need a huge budget sometimes to make billions of dollars.
Good. Remember when the one part that I wasn't processing was a vision? It was like the part where he slept with where he was
actually with the girl the whole time and he wasn't.
Yes. No, that one I knew. The part where though the door opens and the girl's there and they start kissing. Oh no! It was you're right. It was the part where he's with the girl, and he actually wasn't.
He wasn't. He didn't go out on a date with her.
Yes,
he didn't do any of that stuff. None of that happened.
So I watched the movie. We came back on Couch Talk on his channel, and literally we're talking about it. We're debriefing, and he shares that, and like a light bulb went off in my mind, and I was like my jaw. I think my actual jaw dropped in that moment. I was like,
I think I still have a clip of it.
I was like,
on the channel.
Oh my gosh! Like I did not know that none of it was real.
Yeah, it was. I still have the clip.
So good.
Of him
who
reacting.
directed that again?
That was.
I forget his name.
Damn.
He does darker movies.
No, he used to do a lot of comedies. Damn, what? Why can't I think of his name? Wow.
Joker.
Yeah, let's look it up real quick.
Damn.
Don't tell me though, because I want to try to think of it. But yeah, he did the
yes,
the Vegas movies. I forget.
The zombie Vegas ones or no?
No. Well, he did that one. No.
No, he didn't. Zack Snyder did that.
Zack Snyder did that. Yeah. He did the what was the damn movie called? The one where they go to Vegas.
I don't know.
And this is a bachelor party.
Hangover.
Thank you. Yeah, he did The Hangover.
Yeah, The Hangover.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I tell you the name?
Yeah, just tell me.
Todd Phillips.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
There's another Joker movie coming out. Remember? There were some rumors about that. How there was another part 2. There was a part 2 coming out.
I didn't. Because
I thought we talked about that.
Because Joaquin Phoenix doesn't do sequels to movies. He's never done a sequel.
I think he's going to.
Really?
We can scroll back on IGN. We'll talk about it in the next episode. I'll find the post and we can talk about it.
So let's get back to Lord of the Rings.
That's all it was, man. It's just like Amazon, obviously massive budgets at Amazon. This is going to be on Amazon Prime, whatever streaming. Is that it? What is it called? Just
Amazon Prime Video.
Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
And it'll be a weekly episodic release. So every week there'll be a new episode.
Let me ask you something, man.
I love Lord of the Rings.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big. That's not what the question I was gonna ask. I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings too, but I want to know your thoughts real quick before we end. Do you prefer weekly releases of episodes, or do you want to binge watch the whole thing?
I prefer weekly episodes. I prefer
the reason why?
A couple reasons. The first one is that it makes me feel like I'm a kid again. Like I'm waiting for that show to come on, like the new episode of freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something stupid to come on. Like it just makes me feel excited. I anticipate the wins. Like with Loki, I was like, man, I can't wait for next Wednesday. It gave me something to look forward to in the middle of the week where nothing was happening.
Yeah.
So I love that. I think that it also, the binge watching type of thing is just like bad for society at large. Like, to me, it's just, is it necessary? Like, do we need to consume 20 hours of a show? Can we just get one? And then at the end, you get to binge watch it. It's not like you can't binge watch it. You just have to wait for each episode to release. Having said that, I love, in the same way, like when Stranger Things drops, it's the whole damn season, and then you just go through and watch them all.
Yeah.
Like, I love that too.
The one thing about releasing an episode every week is that you have a week to talk about that one episode.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
have
you
time
have-
to digest.
Yeah, you have a week to discuss it with your friends. When you watch a whole series, you talk about the whole series,
Yep.
and you don't appreciate that one episode.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
it is nice.
What do you prefer?
Nice. See, they did that with The Boys season 2. They
Yeah.
released 2 episodes when the second season came
Yeah,
out.
I've seen both seasons.
All right, so they released 2 episodes. This was the first time I actually on a streaming service had to wait and watch one
Yeah.
episode a week.
All right.
So I wasn't used to it.
Right. Did you enjoy that?
I did, but I honestly, if they would have gave me all the episodes, I would have watched them all.
Burned through them all, like,
because
yeah.
that would, especially that series, man. That's just one of those series that you want to watch all the episodes.
Yeah.
They leave you with the cliffhanger. But back in the day, when you're growing up, like Peter said, you're growing up. You don't have streaming services.
Right.
You had to watch. There was no DVR. You had to watch it as it was released
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah.
There was no, let me record. If you wanted to record something, you had to record it on a VCR.
Mm-hmm.
You had to
Separately.
record it on a VCR with the VHS.
I think though there's just something special, and
There's something special about watching it all
At the same time.
when it comes out.
Right.
At sitting down on the TV on the couch
Yeah.
and watching it while all the world is watching.
right, like it's 6 p.m. The show is starting, and everybody else is watching at the
Everybody's sitting
same time.
And now you go on Twitter, you go on Instagram, you go on one of these social media platforms, spoilers left and right.
Yeah. Whoa.
All,
And, yeah.
you can. It's so hard to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
I actually was spoiled. Endgame was spoiled for me because of a thumbnail somebody used on a YouTube video, and that was the night before I was gonna go watch it.
Oh, what part was spoiled?
It was somebody had
Tony holding the
Holding
thing.
the gauntlet.
Oh, that's frustrating.
I was so mad.
That is.
I was so mad.
Ooh,
I
that's
was so.
freaking annoying. Man.
Don't
be that
I avoided all spoilers. I'm not a big fan. I'm not on social media all the time, but YouTube, I scroll through the videos to see when I watch, and that was the one time, man. One time I wish I wasn't on YouTube.
That's freaking gaga, man.
It was bad. I mean, the movie was still
Yeah,
good.
we watched it. You
So,
watched
yeah.
it like 6 times
Yeah.
in theaters,
So,
bro.
we'll see how this Amazon series goes with Lord of the Rings. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I just hope they don't like Lord of the Rings is just very classic, very beloved, and I hope that Amazon does a good job at honoring. Obviously, it's gonna be a different story. It's a different age. So like, there's the first age, the second age, and then the third age. This is the second age, so I believe this is like before. I want to say this is before the events of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
But I just hope they don't mess it up. Like, I just hate.
I think Gandalf is supposed to be in it,
Yep.
though.
Gandalf's supposed to be in it, and I think they'll pull in a few characters. I would love to see Andy Serkis reprise his role as Gollum.
Okay.
I think that dude is freaking amazing.
Yeah,
like,
he is
he's
good.
just so good at what he does. I could do that. Like,
But I think he would be Gollum. I think he would be
oh no, you're right. He would be Smeagol,
Smeagol.
Gollum, and Smeagol. Yeah,
Yes,
he would be Smeagol. Wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
Because he was Smeagol, and hobbits I think live for a pretty long time. So
Oh,
he could have been.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Anyways, listen, that's the show.
That's it.
That is the show. Do you have anything? Any?
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. The story part of this show I enjoy, but this is something that I enjoy a lot more. Just riffing on different topics. We don't have a set. We're gonna have. There's gonna be stories that come out that we want to talk about.
Right, some
But the
structure.
two stories, the 2 shows that we had last time, they were good, but I wasn't really into them. But we'll have stories just in case we run out of stuff to talk about. We'll have stories ready to go to talk about.
Or just look at IGN's Instagram.
Oh, that too. Shout out to IGN for
Yeah.
those stories that we pulled out
Yes.
today. So if you want more, if you want to know more about the stories, go visit IGN. They're good at what they do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we took the stuff from their channel. So IGN, and there's a whole bunch of other websites that you can pull these stories from.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying though, man. It's if you guys, we're just gonna riff. We're just gonna have fun and do what we do, and it'll be sometimes it'll be more structured, sometimes it won't be, but we're not gonna.
I will try to refrain from swearing. I think I did pretty good today.
Damn, you did real good.
I think I jumped. I think I dropped an S.
An S.
Yeah, I think I
I
dropped
think
an
everything,
S.
every letter other than F.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
I'm gonna try not to swear too much. I mean, there's gonna be times where I might need to drop an F bomb. I might need to drop a whole bunch of F bombs depending on how passionate I am about that topic.
Just
man.
know that it's all passion, baby.
It is
It's all
passion.
Yo, tell them where they can find you. Yeah, I know I mentioned it earlier, but
Treading lightly everywhere. Instagram, Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I'm posting my dream videos on TikTok.
yeah. What is your
And
what are your dream videos?
my dream was my
It's
dream.
literally a dream video.
That's exactly what it is. I dream about some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just all over the place. My last video I posted this morning was me in an episode of Fresh Prince. There was an elk in the bushes, and me and Will got the security from
my
the security from Bel Air to come, and we were playing tricks on the security from Bel Air. There was an elk in the bush, and then the elk started chasing us.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in an episode of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, you
That's
need-
how crazy my dreams are.
You need therapy.
So check out my Treading Lightly TikTok, my Treading Lightly YouTube channel.
Yep.
I'm most active on TikTok now, which is incredible because I hated it.
Yeah.
And Twitch, obviously. I'm Treading Lightly everywhere.
Should I get on TikTok?
You should.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
recommend it?
Yeah.
All right.
You should.
Maybe
Why
I
not?
will. Hey, you can find me at PeteDesignCompany.com at Pete_Rodriguez.
sucks, man.
I know. Shut up. At Pete_. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Pete_Rodriguez_. Now we get some shadows in the background. Yes. Anyway, follow him, follow me. You know where you can get us. I appreciate you guys watching. Like,
Subscribe.
and share.
Thank
Please
you.
tell your friends about this. We're trying to grow this to something huge,
Yep.
and I think we can.
Yep.
But we need your help.
Love
all
you
right,
guys.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good one.